Hi Archers! Archero has added 4 new items into the game, and today I'll be showing you their stats as well as showcasing some of them. My name is Teeds, feel free to subscribe and click the bell for more Archero videos. This is based on pure stats as I do not have the epics of all the new items. I'll leave a link to his work in the description box below. He has done a lot of research into the new update. Huge shout out to Pure for helping out the Archero community. First, the new armor. These are their perfect epic stats. We have Shadow Robe. Rear damage resistance plus 20%, max HP plus 7%, causes strong dark damage to nearby enemies like the ability Dark Touch, deals 135% modifiable base damage. So I'm not all that hyped for Shadow Robe. While the rear damage resistance is high, it just won't happen often. It only procs when you're hit from behind. The damage of Dark Touch is pretty high too, but I wouldn't use this armor just for its high damage, due to the armor being at its most useful in less common situations. Whereas other armor procs all the time, I would say that this armor is probably the worst in the game so far. Take that with a grain of salt, this isn't an official ranking or anything, just my observation based on stats and situations alone. Next, we have Bright Robe. Front damage resistance plus 12%. Battle experience gain plus 25%, like the ability Smart levels up faster and gains abilities quicker. Each upgrade will increase HP limit. HP limit increases by plus 3% per skill/ability received from leveling up to a maximum of 30%. This can be increased to a maximum of 36% when you grab the Smart ability. Bright Robe is much more flexible than Shadow Robe. It does come with the con of only gaining resistance when hit in the front, however this is where you're most likely going to be hit anyway. I find the battle experience gain really nice. You can gain abilities faster, which means you'll be stronger earlier during your chapter runs. This could be useful against certain boss or chapter levels. I'm sure we have those certain levels that we just cannot beat, but have an easier time on the levels after that level. I don't have this item to test it at Epic, but for now I would say it's not better than Vest of Dex or Phantom Cloak. Again, take that with a grain of salt. If I do get this item at Epic, I'll test it in chapter runs to see how it goes, since the battle XP gain is pretty interesting, but I'm unsure if it would make a massive difference in runs. Now, moving on to the 2 new pets. First, we have Flaming Ghost. Sends a single forward-facing piercing projectile that splits into 2. Own attack speed plus 10%. Own crit plus 20%, inherit leader's attack plus 10%. Now when Pure says splits into 2, it's basically one projectile thrown out that splits into 2 and has a line in the middle. It's like the attack of those ball thingers in the game that we already have, I'm not sure what they're called. It's pretty cool, it covers a wider range than other pet attacks, and it also goes through walls. This means that both the Laser Bat and Flaming Ghost are the only pets of attacks who go through walls. I believe the Living Bomb can also do that, but his attacks go over walls and not through walls. So in my testing, the Flaming Ghost did deal more damage than the Laser Bat, which is strange to me because I was under the assumption that all pets dealt the same damage, well at least in the older patches. It seems that has changed. However, his attacks are slower. While slower, they do deal more damage. It does go through enemies as well, meaning it can attack multiple enemies unlike some of the other pets. I can't say for sure if it's better than Laser Bat yet. I think I'll need more playtime with this pet, but I do personally find him better than the Living Bomb and Scythe pet so far. I feel that he could be a pretty good competitor against the Laser Bat. Next, we have the Noisy Owl. Noisy Owl sends 2 forward-facing tornado projectiles that can knock back enemies. Own attack speed plus 10%, own crit plus 20%, inherit leader's attack plus 10%. Noisy Owl's attack speed is also quite slow in comparison to the Laser Bat and Elf. So far it seems that the Owl has the strongest knockback of all the pets. The projectiles are also quite large, like a very spread out front arrow, I guess. While I do love the design of the Owl, I'm not sure if I'll be using him due to his strong knockback, and since we cannot directly control our pet's placement, he runs the risk of knocking enemies towards you. This pet could be useful to players with weapons that have low knockback, but you would still run the risk. I haven't got much playtime with him yet, so only time will tell what players experience with this pet, but so far since the Owl's placement is not controllable, the risk will always be there. And that is all for the new items. The rest of the video is just a gameplay of the 2 new pets. I've been testing them in different runs, so I might as well have you tag along. Feel free to click off here if you're not interested. I thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about these new items in the comments down below. we're going to try chapter 15. This is the gear I'll be using. I have the Flaming Ghost equipped and I have the Noisy Owl equipped. I don't have it at epic yet, so I only have the rare version of it. I'm not expecting to do well on this at all, but I wanted to see if the pets actually made a difference with if I could make this run a bit easier for myself, but we'll see. So we're gonna pick up, I'm gonna pick up Bouncy Ward just in case we get diagonal arrows. I do feel like playing a Bouncy Ward combo today, but let's see if we get diagonal arrows. So yeah, I really hope these pets, well, at least the Flaming Ghosts. Oops, sorry, I was looking at the pets. But so far, I really like how the Flaming Ghost projectiles are really wide. The Laser Bat has a very thin projectile, so even though it's faster, it can miss because it's so thin. Sorry, my throat. Okay, and if you hear any weird sounds, it's my cat that's sitting on my lap cleaning himself. Let's get front arrow. Well, we have good abilities so far-ish. I'm not really feeling any different, but I do feel that the attacks seem to be more... It's really hard to tell with pets because we don't really think of them that much. But right now we're consciously thinking about what they can do. Even though the attack speed is slower, I still really like it. Like, I don't know, it just feels better. It's strange. That's a very bad criteria to go off by. Like, my criteria is use this pet because it feels better. But okay, so there is a lot of happenings on the screen. But it feels good. Okay, let's see. But as you can see, the owl is moving around. It sucks that we can't control it, but the pets do try to keep close to us. Actually, that's interesting. Wait, no, there we go. So now it's in a direction where it could actually push it towards us. For a second, I thought that it was actually staying behind us. If they could change the owl to where it changes, or it positions itself next to us, like right next to us always, I think it would make it a lot more viable and maybe one of the better pets actually. Like, I think the owl could be a top pet because of its knockback if they made it like that it had to stay next to you all the time. But I don't know if they will. I don't know if that's hard to do. That is a change I would like to see with the owl. But with the Flaming Ghost, I'm kind of liking him more than the Laser Bat so far right now. It's nice that he can go through walls as well. Like, that's the big thing. If it couldn't go through walls, I don't think I would have liked it. But because it can, it feels really nice. Oh, I hate this boss so much. Oh no, I missed the portal. I'm probably gonna die here, but it's okay. Or will I? Oh my gosh, I hate this boss so much. I remember when chapter 7 was the hardest bosses. No. No. Oh, it's too bad. Let's just try that one more time. Just so we can see how the pets feel in the boss fights. Like, so far, I think like the elf is the best for boss fights. Because the Laser Bat's strongest, what's it called? The strongest, it's biggest strength. Okay, I just died anyway, sorry. I was so caught up in my thoughts. The Laser Bat's biggest strength is that it can attack through walls, and that's why, because pets didn't really play a huge role back in the day until they buffed them. I haven't really looked into the buffs yet to see how useful they are now, but no one really focuses on pets anyway. They're just an addition. And so with the Laser Bat, its biggest pro is that it can attack through walls, and that's why I've stuck with it for so long, because the more you play Archero, the more obstacles there are. But in boss chapters, there really isn't that many walls, which is why I would recommend switching to the elf, but I never really put value on pets anyway, so I never did that when I played boss chapters. But with the Flaming Ghost and the Noisy Owl, Flaming Ghost definitely, I think, has potential. I will have to research into it more. I just don't know how to go about that just yet. But with the Noisy Owl, they need to make some changes. I will have to try it more to test to see if it is more detrimental than it is beneficial, but we'll see. And I don't have it at Epic yet anyway, so I have to get this pet at Epic. But yeah, that is all for today's video. I thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about these two pets. Would you try the Noisy Owl? Would you use the Flaming Ghost? And let me know why. I think I am going to use the Flaming Ghost for now and my Epic Laser Bat. I think this will be my new loadout for now, for the time being, until I get the Noisy Owl to Epic to try that as well. But yeah, bye!